Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Girls Gotta Talk podcast. We are in OG setting right now. If you know, you know. If you don't, you're not missing much. If you're an audio listener, we're sitting back at blank wall behind us with a guest, though. Oh, sorry. As you can tell by the title, I honestly don't even know what the title is going to be yet, but I'm sure by the title, you'll know who the guest is. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I'm Julian.
Again, if you know, you know.
We have a kid. Yeah.
So, all right. Before we get into this, streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, anywhere you stream your podcast. I still always want to say everywhere you stream your platforms, but everywhere you stream your everywhere you stream your podcast, or we are here on YouTube, Girls Gotta Talk podcast. Even if you listen, come subscribe, join the fam over here. I keep thanking them in literally every episode because numbers are doing so well, especially on Spotify.
We love to see it.
So
keep up the keep up the support.
I have to say a huge thank you in like every episode. So I forget where I looked, where it was like, I forget what podcast I got this from. I always like to give my credit to where credit is due. Someone had done a podcast recently where someone like read them or gave them or said their red flags. And I was like, oh, that's a good episode. And then I was like, wait a minute. What would it be like if Julian said some of my red flags? If you don't know, this is X over here.
Why you gotta say it so awkwardly?
Because I didn't know how to say it.
This is X over here.
So basically, my ex is going to be telling me my red flags, which is why I also thought this would be an interesting episode. We're going to put our disclaimer out here that I asked him to do this episode. I'm not forcing him to do this episode, but I did ask him to do this episode. This isn't going to be any type of he said, she said type of situation. There's no hate. There's no whatever.
You just bring me out here to be a villain. It's fine. I get it.
Okay, here we go.
I'm a villain. I'm a villain. This is my role on this podcast whenever I come on.
We haven't even started. I'm starting to rethink this episode choice. But anyways, I thought it'd be interesting. I thought it'd be fun. I'm here for the ride of this. Like I said, no hatred whatsoever. We're still civil, so I guess for now.
Sometimes. Nah, she's all right.
I thought it'd be interesting. I'm actually like looking forward to it. That's really weird to say, but
yeah, what? Like what?
I don't know. Like it's not gonna be like a weird thing. Like I'm actually not sitting here uncomfortable, but I can't wait to hear. As weird as it sounds, what my red flags are.
Okay. So are we starting with like lighthearted?
How many do you think you have?
I can probably go for like 5 or 6. A mix of like lighthearted.
I don't know if that's good or bad. Like, is that a lot of red flags?
I could probably keep going.
Bro, what? All right.
I'm just kidding.
I guess we'll start easy.
I really could probably
or do you want to
like
like start like harsh and go from there?
Whatever
like,
you prefer, man. It's your red flags. You're the one who has to hear this. If it were me receiving the red flags, I would probably want you to go.
Might as well just do worse first, right?
I think I would want you to go lighthearted first.
You think so?
Yeah, because it's better for retention.
Okay, mister.
It's better for attention, you know. I give you the fun ones first.
Oh boy.
And then
fun?
We go into the.
Okay, so red flags fall into the category of fun?
They can be. Depends.
You have a hair on your head.
If you're toxic.
Me. Sorry.
if you're toxic and you like toxic, then red flags are fun. You ever try to tell someone who likes red flags to avoid red flags? It's literally like talking to a brick wall.
Okay, fair. I guess we'll start lighthearted.
All right, first one. Here we go. Drum roll, please. All right, whatever. Don't do it. Her first toxic trait is that her memory is garbage. Hence her saying, I remember I saw this on a podcast and I don't remember which one it was, but I know I heard it on one. I was listening to it. Yeah.
I haven't listened to it, actually. Oh. I haven't listened to it. Now I don't know if I will because I have to find whose podcast it was. But if you know, you know. You already know that I have a peanut-sized brain, so it doesn't hold much in there, so I forget a lot.
Her self-talk is also really bad. Her self-talk, like, I'm like, dude, like, why do you talk about yourself like this? Her self-talk is awful. Like, dude, you gotta hype yourself up sometimes. I don't know if that
Note
falls
to
under
self.
red flag, but like, that probably is a red flag. You should probably be kinder to yourself.
I don't know if that's a red flag. I feel like that's more like just self-awareness.
No, you should
It's
give yourself a break. You need to give yourself
that
a
part
break.
of a red flag?
Listen to me. I'm telling you to give yourself a break. I don't give myself breaks, but I'm telling you to give yourself a break. That means
That's your
it's
red
serious.
flag.
We're not here to talk about me. We're not here to talk about me. Anyway, your other red flag. What's your other? Oh, your other red flag. Her other red flag that drives me insane, bro. She's gotten a lot better at this, but like, she does not go places by herself, bro. I'm like, dude, like, you gotta like go places alone sometimes. You gotta do some things by yourself. Like, I can't go everywhere with you. He can't go everywhere with you. You gotta do some things by yourself. Yeah. Which is weird because it's not like she's uncomfortable spending time alone, because like, she's fine being alone.
I like being alone. Going places by myself freaks me out. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like a social anxiety thing. I don't know if it's just anxiety in general, but like thinking about it will literally freak me out. Never mind actually pulling up to the place. Like, if I'm thinking about it, I'm probably freaking out. Never mind being on my way to said place.
I guess that ties into a deeper red flag though, because I guess you could classify that as codependency, and codependency kind of is a red flag. So I was trying to make that lighthearted, but I guess
was
that's
gonna say that escalated.
I guess
quickly.
that's not actually lighthearted. I thought it was lighthearted.
He's like, well, next.
I thought it was lighthearted. I don't know. Is that? I guess I don't know. It depends on who you are if you like codependency or not. I'm too busy for codependency, so that's why I like codependency.
Wait, what is codependency?
Codependency is when like you need someone else around you. Like,
Oh, it depends.
yeah, codependency is like if like it's kind of sort of like clingy, but it's not clingy. It's just like you aren't productive without someone around you, basically.
Oh, I mean, I'm not that bad. Okay.
You're not that. You're not that bad. You're not that bad. You're not that bad. You could get stuff done. You need a push sometimes. Oh, okay. That brings me to my next one, actually. Oh, here we go.
God.
Drum roll, please. This one is like borderline lighthearted, but borderline serious. Alyssa likes to take the easy way out. Like, she doesn't. She literally borderlines like lazy sometimes. She does. You do. Tell me you don't.
I do not.
She borderlines lazy sometimes. She takes the easy way out. If the road looks more difficult than it has to be, she's like, nah, I am good. I will sit over here in my corner
I think
and I
that's
will.
also my anxiety over here.
Well, the lazy side of it is when like it's like, all right, I'm gonna just go just lay straight in bed. And there's a list of things I probably should do that I have to do, but I'm just gonna go lay in bed.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? All right. Well, now that you say it like that. Okay, let me explain.
I mean,
So-
is it not facts though?
Yes, but like, okay, so
You can explain.
got
Go ahead.
nothing.
This your podcast. You
I
gotta
got
explain,
nothing.
dude.
Yeah, no, that's just me. But to a degree, like sometimes I'm just like, okay, I need this rest. I'm just gonna chill here. Yeah, I don't want to do anything. I'm just gonna lay. But like at the same time, sometimes what I do is I'll be chilling, like whether it's in bed or on the couch, and if you put on a good video, that could get me into some motivation. So let me have my 10 minutes and watch a video. Sometimes it changes the game.
Sometimes. I think
Sometimes I'm just lazy.
I was. I mean, this is where it gets to be again more on the serious side. Is it's a lot of times it's just you like not leaving your comfort zone.
Oh yeah, I'm really bad with my comfort zone.
Yeah.
My comfort zone, like me and my comfort zone are like BFFs.
Like-
which I had just actually said something about comfort zone in like a recent episode.
Yeah.
I think it was actually the one from when we're recording this, the one I literally uploaded today, because I did one about like quotes that like basically get me through life type of thing, and one of the ones was like, I forget what it was. It was like, So it's kind of embarrassing. I'm like, I just uploaded it and I forget what it said. But like, it was something
The
about
memory
nothing.
thing coming back.
It was like nothing good. No, I'm just gonna.
Nothing worth having comes easy. Hey, I hear that.
You know what?
That's facts. Nothing worth having comes easy, man. But see, this is where I'll feel while you look. This is where we're exact opposites because I'm such a self-starter. I'm self-motivated. I have like a lot of things going on in my life right now, and I'm into a lot of stuff, and I stay in a lot of stuff. Like I'd never, and it's kind of toxic on my end where it's like that's probably my toxic trait. I never relax or rest. I would
say so.
I'm always
I
grinding.
don't know how you do it, low-key.
I think we both need happy mediums. You know
I
what
would
mean?
agree.
I think we both need happy mediums because I think you could be a little more assertive.
I think I need more happy and you need more medium.
No. You could be more assertive.
That sounded so dark. I'm sorry. I need more happy.
You could be more assertive and I could be more relaxed and chill.
Yeah, I feel like your body goes into like panic when you're relaxing.
It does.
And it's probably not good.
I feel
like
awful when I'm relaxed.
Everyone needs like their rest and like their chill time and their relaxed time to like reset your body, your mind, whatever. It's like one of those things where it's like you keep going and then all of a sudden like you need like to take a step back to like re-look at something and keep doing it. And like once Julian hits that little spot, I swear his body like freaks out. His mind is like, what are you doing? No, we're not done with this. No, we got to keep going.
Can I give an example?
Yeah.
I did a 6-hour flight the other day. Got up at 7 a.m. Got on the plane. What do you think I did on that plane?
Probably edited or something.
I literally watched the Skillshare course for like 3 or 4 hours. Edited.
So anyways, the quote I was going to say before was, great things never come from comfort zones.
That's
and
facts.
I was saying something about the fact that I need to like embellish that into my brain because I'm so as cliche as it sounds, comfortable in my comfort zone.
Yeah.
The littlest things that like I do outside of it, I feel great and they're amazing. But like I have to like pep talk myself so much to be able to get to that.
So I'll give you credit. Like this is your green flag. You're very generous with your comfort zone. But once someone asks you to leave your comfort zone, it's like, oh, absolutely not. Like,
yeah, it's like, what? You said what?
Yeah.
I have to do what?
Yeah. So it's like, oh, like, all right, you want to, so like, and that's where it could come across as like selfish almost in certain instances, but like, it's more so just like, you're just more so afraid than selfish, I guess.
Yeah.
And
I'm so
and
scared.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
I feel like it's really bad.
Yeah.
It was funny. I saw this thing on I have to look it up because I forget exactly what it said. But
memory again.
It said,
this is a way more lighthearted episode than the last one I was on.
Being too stressed these days isn't good for the baby. It said, I'm not pregnant. I am the baby. I was like, that ain't me.
Did you hear what I said?
No, what?
I said, this is a way more lighthearted one than I was on last time. I appreciate it.
Oh, because the last one was our breakup episode. We explained like the breakup and all that. That's still on here if you want to go listen. But
no, don't listen to that.
Anyways,
I come off as such a jerk in that. Like,
no, that's why I had to put a disclaimer in this one. He was so scared about the last one, but I don't think it was that bad.
Well, because you're sitting here bawling your eyes out crying.
Because I knew I was going to. Like, no matter what was said, I knew I was going to start crying.
I don't think people realize, like, on my end that I had already kind of dealt with my emotions towards it. So, like, I wasn't as emotional.
Well, yeah, because when did we film that?
November-ish, I think.
Yeah, so it had already been like a month.
Yeah, so
I had already been through a whole month. So
right, and I had already kind of dealt with it in my head, and I don't want to say I was good, but like I was moving forward. Yeah,
because people probably think that like when I put it out, it had just happened.
Right. So they're like, this dude, he doesn't care about her. She's crying. No, he doesn't care.
I don't want to say like it was way like
he's going ham.
It wasn't like in the moment.
Calling her out.
Okay. Anyways, but yeah, I saw that on Instagram today, and I thought it was funny.
Yeah. No, that is funny. I forgot what you're talking about, but it's funny. Let's see. What else is Alyssa's toxic trait? Should I go into deeper ones now? Do you want me to go into deeper ones?
If you don't have any more lighthearted.
Do I have any more lighthearted? I mean, Nah, cause like I talked about the by yourself thing. I was actually really proud of you. You went and got your oil changed by yourself. That was like a shocker.
So what's today? Today's
no,
actually Monday.
You didn't actually. Hold on, I take it back. You brought your baby.
You were sleeping. I couldn't leave him with you.
You brought your baby. No,
that does not count.
That counts.
No, it doesn't.
That counts.
No,
He's
let
company,
me explain.
bro.
Let me explain.
Bro.
Okay, but
no, he's not. I'm just kidding. He's a baby. He doesn't understand.
You were sleeping. What was I gonna do? Leave him in the sit here and watch Mickey. If you need daddy, go wake him up. Like, no. And you had worked late the night before, so I wasn't gonna wake you up to watch him.
Be like, hey, watch yourself while I go get it.
Yeah, like no, like that. I let you get your sleep, so I took him with me. So today's Monday. So yesterday, where did we go first? I don't know where we went. I think we went to Starbucks, and I got a cake pop for me actually, but I shared it with him because he doesn't really he likes them, but like doesn't like them at the same time. Anyways, besides the point, we went to Starbucks and I was like, oh, I really need an oil change because like, you know how an oil change, they give you like mileage and a date and it's basically like whatever comes first. It's not like one or the other. Well, I was like maxing out both. So I think I was already past the date.
Toxic trait.
I was already past the date it should have been, and I hit the date before the mileage. So I forget what date it was, but it was sometime in April. And I was coming up, like I was a few miles short, like less than 100 miles short of the mileage. So I was like, you know what? Like I need to go get an oil change. I need to just suck it up and go. So we took a ride because it wasn't that far, like 20 minutes from here. And it's like one of those, it's not even like a full mechanic shop, which is I feel like why I actually like that. Like that's why I don't mind.
Drive through. They know what it is. They've heard of it.
Yeah,
it's all across the country.
That's why I like going to that place because I don't actually have to go to like an actual like mechanic shop or anybody. I literally pull up, sit in my car. They do what they got to do. They might have talked me into a few things, but it's okay.
What'd they talk you into?
Hold on. So, you sit in your car, they do their thing, you pay, you leave, whatever. You don't even have to leave your car. It's 10 minutes. So I get there and I, for one, drive a Jeep, so it's a little better for that car. Plus I was driving a lot and I did this by accident. I used synthetic oil one time and you're not supposed to like switch back and forth between synthetic and regular. So when I used it once, I just kept it. Plus with my old job, whatever, I was driving a lot, so it was better with my car. So I do a synthetic oil blend, whatever it is, which is typically more expensive to begin with. Right. So I knew it was going to be a pretty expensive
$100 at least.
Right off the bat. So then they changed. This is where I was like, dang it, because I hate myself. They changed my back wiper because it was.
Oh, they fixed the wiper blade?
It was destroyed.
Yeah.
But I'm so mad at myself because this is my own red flag. Is like I get nervous, so I don't like speak up or anything. I have one. I already bought one to fix.
I
had them replace it, so I paid for another one pretty much because I was too scared to be like, But like, you know, when they go there, you pull up before they even do anything. They check your lights, they check blinkers. You have to step on your brake. You have to do like high beams. Like they check your whole like shebang over here. So then, of course, they were like playing with the front wipers, and I was like, oh boy, he's gonna look at that back one, and it's like torn so bad. Like I needed a new one so bad. And he's like, yeah, like that one's frayed. It's really bad. Like we could just change it. And I was like, you know what? Like,
did they sell you an air filter too? Oh my!
I haven't had the time to change it, so yeah, just go ahead. So then they're pulling one of the things from the front of the car, and they're like, oh. It was literally almost black. Like, it was bad. So they were like, this thing should be white. Do you want us to change it? And I was like, yeah, go for it. I was like, literally.
You spent $200.
I walked out $169 later. So then.
Why didn't you use the Groupon I told you about?
I haven't been on Groupon in so long. I did have a coupon for $8 off.
Oh, great. Wow. I mean.
I saved $8.
I could have saved you like $70.
Anyways.
With the Groupon.
So then he's like, do you want me to check the whatever one's in the glove box to like, he's like, it filters the air that comes through the car and blah, blah, blah. So first of all, he's like taking out my whole glove box. And he's like, can I move this seat back? And I was like, no, I got a car seat in the car. Like my son's sitting in his car seat. I can't move it. He's like, oh, it's okay. Like I just had to ask. So he could like maneuver it a little better. And he takes it out. Those are pretty bad too.
Yeah, because I put him in last time like 2 or 3 years ago.
So then, speaking of that, I was like, oh, those have been changed. Like, I just haven't changed them recently. So he's like looking on the screen and he was like, not here. And I was like, no, not here, but they have been changed.
Yeah, I did it.
So then but anyway, he was looking at them and he was like, these are pretty bad too. Do you want me to change these? But that would have been like, there's 2 in there.
Yeah.
That would have been an extra $100. I was like, all right. Like in my head, I'm like, I got to draw the line somewhere. Like I came here for an oil change and about to drive out of here spending $300.
Just order them on Amazon. They're like 15,
like,
$20 and I could just throw them in.
I know those gotta get changed. Okay, I see. Like, I'll just wait for those. Like, I was like, oh my God. So, yeah, $170, oil change, a new back wiper, and a new filter in the front. And then he printed a paper that's over there of things that should get done. He was like, yeah, this is a list, but I put like a little black dot on next to the ones that like should get done sooner rather than later. And here are the prices for them. We could get them here if you ever want to. And I was like, okay.
They're trained salesmen,
oh
so like
God.
some of it isn't necessary. I mean, you didn't tell me about it. I'll look at it.
But I was like,
most of that stuff, those stuff that they're doing, you could do at home. Like I could have changed the wiper blade. I could have changed both those filters.
I was like, this is where I like beat myself because I'm like, I freaking have one in my car, literally somewhere. Where it is, I have no idea, but it's in my car somewhere. For the back one that I
might as well
haven't
put it on Marketplace and sell it, bro. At this point.
That I haven't changed yet. And then he's like fixing the front ones, and for some reason, like the wiper. This is so off topic, but the wiper on the driver's side keeps coming like undone for some reason.
Yeah, I wonder who did that.
What?
You installed that, remember?
And so he went to go fix it. And I was like, yeah, like that one keeps coming undone. And he's like, yeah, the clip like wasn't in all the way. And I'm like, I get that. But like, I'm telling you, like it keeps coming undone. Like it's literally fallen off my car. Luckily, I wasn't driving. I did the wipers and it like flew off. But of course, it's on my driver's side. So if that ever flew off while I was driving, like I would have been screwed. Wow, this makes me sound really bad. Okay, yep, go a little more, go a little harder on the next one.
All right, you want me to go harder? This is
water.
This is the home run one right here. This is probably your biggest red flag. This is the most.
But you have more?
I could come up with more, but this is probably the biggest one. This is the one that was most difficult to deal with. What do you think it is? I'm curious. What do you think it is?
Communication.
No, but that's a good one.
Okay.
That's actually
giving
really,
myself my own red
okay. Boom,
flags.
there it is. So she has a hard time like talking about like how she feels in general, just vocalizing things, and then when she finally does, it comes out like diarrhea of the mouth, and like it takes it normally just takes something like a trigger or something, and then she's like, yeah, blah 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 blah, and it's like stuff from like 6 months ago that she's like,
why didn't you tell me that? And I'm like, oh.
Stuff from 6 months ago she's just holding in her head that she wants to talk about.
I'm really weird because when things happen, I don't like to talk about things right off the bat, where Julian does. So we're complete opposites in that. I like to sit
Yeah,
in
but 6 months is crazy.
Okay, I'm not saying I sit for 6 months, but
You have.
I don't like to, I don't want to say acknowledge, but like, I don't know what word I'm looking for. Basically, I like to like sit there and like, I don't know, like I think about everything that happens. I let it like simmer and like, I don't know. And then I'll sit and talk about it. But like for me, that could be like a week later.
Or 6 months later.
Yeah. And it's really bad. I'm so bad with it, but I'm also not a confrontational person at all. So like any confrontation, I try to avoid it. That's why I don't like it. That's why I don't want to talk about it. If I don't have to, I definitely would rather not. But then, yeah, time just kind of lapses, and next thing you know, it's 6 months, and I'm like, oh, wait, this kind of like pissed me off. And you're like, what?
Like, yeah, thanks for telling me now. I've been doing this for the last 6 months. And you're like, yeah, I hate every time you do it. And I'm like, oh, wow. Cool. Great. That's great. I had no idea. Anyway, so that's not even the reddest red flag.
The reddest red flag.
You don't know what the reddest red flag is?
Should I?
Yeah.
I probably
So-
should, I guess, but
In the heat of the moment, speaking of her not liking confrontation, in the heat of the moment, Alyssa will shut down and become like this soulless being just standing in front of you, just staring empty at you. And you're looking at her and it's like she's not even the same person anymore. You lose any sense of who Alyssa is in the moment. It might be her fear of confrontation, but in those moments, it's like, you know, you're struggling, you're going through something, and you look at her and you're like, ah. And it's like any sense of emotion, empathy, all that goes out the window. And you're just staring at this soulless being, trying to explain yourself and talk to this soulless being and explain why you need help from this soulless being. And they're just staring at you like, with no response, nothing at all. It's like talking to a wall, and it is the hardest thing. It is the hardest part of like having serious confrontational conversation with Alyssa in those moments. That is the top. That is the reddest red flag.
let me explain. So, I can't disagree with this at all. That definitely is part of my confrontation, whatever you want to call it. I hate confrontation. I cannot stand it. It makes me really uncomfortable. But then again, I'm surprised you didn't mention this. When I get in really uncomfortable situations, the only thing I know how to do is laugh. And then it makes him even more mad.
Yeah, but that's more of my red flag, though.
I'm just sitting there laughing because I'm uncomfortable. But then, yes, I do sit there and I go like numb almost on the outside. On the inside, I feel like that's the time where like I'm just thinking of everything that happened, everything you're saying. Like I'm repeating everything you're saying to me to kind of like make it click and like actually hear what you're saying. But at the same time, I don't say anything back. I kind of just take it all in at the moment. And that's where I like sit with everything until, you know, 1 week, 6 months goes by. And I'm like, oh, okay, like I get this. Like this is what happened. This is what I should have done, or this is what should have happened, like blah, blah, blah. But in the moment, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say because I'm taking so much in that I'm just like, yeah.
I'm leaving it alone because like anything I say at that point besides telling you about the red flag is bad, and I don't want to be a villain on this episode. I'm trying really not to be a villain. I'm trying to be like, you know, the good guy here.
The good guy.
Yeah, I'm trying not to be a villain this episode. I will say it is hard in the moment because on this end you're dealing with a lot of times like pain, hurt, abandonment, and you know, in those moments you need feedback, you need support, and it's
And on my end, I'm a brick wall.
cold, just straight cold.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's hard, especially for a over communicator and over talker, oversharer like me. I overshare, hence the breakup episode. Like I just overshare.
Yeah.
I do, you know. I don't know, I've always been like that where I overshare to the point where it's like, dude, you didn't have to tell me any of that. You didn't. And I don't know. I just like to talk, you know. I like to have good conversations. I like to feel understood. I like to feel heard. I like to connect. Feeling connection is important for me. So I've been doing a lot of soul searching myself, and I've been trying to discover like what it is that I was missing in those moments. And I think that's what it is, that connection, you know?
With other people or like with yourself?
Well, I'm talking about like with you in those moments when you were like,
Yeah.
you know, brick walling me.
Yeah.
Do you want some more lighthearted ones?
Oh, you have more?
Yeah. Alyssa doesn't cook. Like, bro, you can't eat McDonald's every single day. You can't eat Wendy's every single day, bro.
You know what?
It just don't work like that. And honestly, like I got to the point where me eating out, if I eat out, it's going to be something pricey because I can't eat McDonald's. And honestly, McDonald's has gotten expensive anyway. So you might as well eat
like
something.
Everywhere has gotten expensive.
Right. You might as well eat something kind of fancy.
We can never agree on the same thing.
Yeah.
Because I lean more towards like Mexican if I can. If I had to like eat a burrito or like quesadillas, like if you're like, okay, eat home, I'm like, all right, well, I'm like quesadillas, and you're like, oh, I'm like,
Yeah, but like you're making quesadillas with processed chicken. You're not making it with like homemade chicken. If you're making quesadillas with homemade chicken, bro, like
all right, well, let's make some. But at that point, what are you making chicken for quesadillas? You might as well eat the chicken.
no, that's how you cook, bro. You make some homemade chicken breast. You chop up some chicken breast.
I feel so exposed.
And put it in a pan.
Video.
This is your idea. You make some chicken breast. You take it, you put it in a pan. You like season it and do all that stuff, and then you put it in the quesadilla.
You should try that. I'm gonna try that.
It's not my thing. I never really said anything because that's your thing.
This all clicks now. We're gonna go back to your easy way out thing. I just go for what's easier.
Which hence her like frozen meal thing. Like, what did you have for dinner tonight? Frozen chicken.
Okay, but I actually had like a good meal. I didn't have frozen. Okay, it was frozen. But I had barbecue chicken, like the little chicken bites. It's like popcorn chicken, but barbecue flavored. And then I made shells because JJ loves the mac and cheese. But then I mean, they're also frozen too. But the red potatoes. But like, still sounds like a good meal.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, you want to hear a story about that?
Sure.
I feel so exposed. My peanut brain, man. I get so off topic just because I have to get it out. So the bag I got said it was microwavable, and then so I put it in the microwave, and I swear it came out looking like it wasn't microwave safe, and I was so confused. But the bag said to microwave it, but it all crinkled up, and it was like looked like plasticky, and I was really confused. The potatoes were good.
I'm pretty sure like those you have to microwave in the bag.
It was in the bag.
Oh, don't you like cut a hole in the bag or something?
It said to like push down on this like tab and then tear it off. I could show you the. No, I threw it out already. To push down and like completely remove it and then put it in the microwave for like 5.5, 6 minutes. So I put it in the microwave for 6 minutes and I took it out and I thought like the microwave was gonna explode. Okay, not actually, but like it looked like I put in a bag that wasn't supposed to be in the microwave, but it said to microwave it. It was so weird. I was so confused.
6 minutes is a long time anyway.
It said 5.5, 6 minutes.
Yeah, I'd prefer the oven or air fryer, honestly.
I didn't think there were any other instructions.
Fair enough. I mean,
so,
it's not something I eat, but yeah.
It was so weird. Can I also say I go for the easy way out with chicken because I get really weird with my food, and I feel like if I cooked my own chicken, I'd be freaking out that it was not cooked enough. Cooking chicken kind of freaks me out.
You could tell when chicken's done, though, especially if you're talking about making chicken breast. Like, chicken breast gets all stringy.
No, I don't trust myself with cooking chicken. I'm really weird, and if I think it looks pink, it might not, but if I think it looks pink, I'm not touching it. I don't care if you cook it more. I don't care if we put it in there for 6 more days.
Another red flag.
I'm not eating it.
Stubborn. Hard-headed and stubborn. Yeah. Like, I could be like, it's completely fine. And she's like, no, I won't do it.
Which is really weird because I used to work a lot with chicken.
I have to, like, burn my food almost for her to eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Red flag. Because, no, it needs seasoning. You got to still taste it. You can't burn the seasoning off. Ms. Well Done Steak over here.
Okay, no, I don't. Don't put me on blast that hard. I do not. I like it a little red in the middle. That sounded really weird. But anyways, do you have another
one? You're an awful passenger princess. Awful. Absolutely awful. Absolutely awful, bro. Like, if you want to have someone next to you riding with you that you could talk to the whole ride and have a good vibe with and hang out, nah, she's not your one, bro. Because either A, she's going to fall asleep, or B, she's going to be on her phone.
Actually, no, not even. Okay, I'll be on my phone for a little bit, but I can't be on my phone too bad because I'll make myself car sick.
Then she's sitting there silent the other times.
I'll probably sit there silent. But you also don't play music I like really know and can vibe to. I like to, if we go on like a road trip or something, I used to try to be like, yo, play some throwbacks. And it would be like 1 or 2 songs. And the next thing you know, it's like, where did this playlist go? And it's songs I don't know. Like, we don't know the same music per se. Like, if Julian finds new songs, that's what he wants to play.
Yeah.
And I don't know them. So then I can't vibe as well in the car. So then...
I'm not talking about music, though.
Okay, but anyways. So then, yeah, but like in a car, like, I don't want to talk the whole time. A car is supposed to be for music and fun and vibes and naps. I fall asleep so easily in the car. I blame it on the fact that my parents used to take me for car rides to make me fall asleep. And then now I just fall asleep in the car. But like I said at 2, sometimes depending on how long the car ride is, I have to fall asleep or I'll get car sick. I could go a pretty long way in the car, but after a while I will get car sick. So I just end up falling asleep so I don't throw up. Well, feel like throwing up. Because if I feel like I'm going to throw up in general, but especially in the car, I get really anxious, which just makes it worse.
I got one more. This is probably my last one.
I'm scared.
It's lighthearted. It's actually really annoying for me, but probably lighthearted for everyone else. This girl is messy, bro. Oh my gosh, she's a tornado, bro.
Are you kidding?
No way.
Tornado might be a little rough.
Yo, this girl's a tornado. How many times I used to call you Hurricane Alyssa, bro? How many times I call you Hurricane Alyssa?
I'm like neatly. No, I'm like messy organized. Like it looks like a mess, but I know where everything is. That type of. You know what? We're gonna scrap this video. I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't blame you, honestly. I wouldn't blame you. I feel bad coming out here saying all this stuff. You told me to, though. You told me. All right. I think that's it for me because I don't want to keep putting you on blast.
That's tough.
Do you want to give me like one or two? I feel like
red flags. Yeah. I'd love to. Ready?
Yeah, go for it.
What did I already give you? I already gave you one. I forget though.
You said I worked too hard.
Oh, that's definitely a red flag. Another one for you. Okay, no, because now I'm gonna sound bad. Working too hard isn't a red flag. If you know Julian, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways,
I have a toxic work ethic. I know.
He doesn't believe that everyone deserves to rest. He thinks it always has to be like go go go, and then when he gets tired, he still pushes.
Okay, can I correct you though? Can I correct it? I'm not going to correct it. I'm going to support your statement, but I'm going to all encompass it into one word. I believe this is definitely toxic trait. I talked with somebody about this. I believe that I'm this way, so everyone else should be. And that goes for work ethic. That goes for behavior.
Not everyone is one and the same, bro.
I know. I got to work on it. I know.
That's probably why he gets mad with me. He thinks I should be like him. And I'm like, nah. Geez.
I get more upset because in this conversation where I had it, I believe that like people should carry some of the same like common decency and decorum that I carry and care for other people.
I mean, I get that.
And
that's like thinking not everyone a lot of people should have like common sense, and they.
Yeah, but not right, but not a lot of people are like that. So I kind of got blasted about that because I was like, dang, like you're right.
What's another red flag? Well, okay, so not even like another red flag. Going based off of that, I also personally think that for you, it should not like simmer down, but sometimes I feel like you don't know when to like stop work. So it just keeps going. Like you literally came home from your vacation, walked through the door, sat on the couch and pulled out your laptop to start working. From stuff you did on your vacation or like what was supposed to be like a weekend away. You literally came home, sat on the couch and pulled out your laptop to start working.
You're lucky I didn't do it while I was driving.
Like 2 seconds. So I'm like, bro.
Tesla gave me that full self-driving trial.
That would just draw the line. See, that would be... They would have to make a new flag. It wouldn't even be a red flag. They'd have to make a new one.
A deeper red?
Like something.
Like a maroon flag?
It has to be something. But then at the same time, like, I don't know. Like sometimes with him, it's just too much. And I'm like, bro. Like that at that point, I was like, are you kidding me?
I'm recording this and I'm recording right after. And then I'm going to edit what I record after this. And then I'm going to...
That's not like so bad. But yeah, he was away for like 3-4 days, came home right off the bat. And I was like, you literally just walked in the door.
I kissed my son.
He's like, oh, where's my laptop? And I'm like, right.
I did also sit in traffic for 3 hours.
Could have worked on it there. No, I'm just kidding.
I thought about it, honestly. I really did.
What's another red
flag? My bag was in the
flag?
trunk. That's the only reason why I didn't.
Another red flag. Oh, another red flag for you, I would say, is your impatience sometimes when not everyone has the same knowledge as you. When someone asks you a question about something and like he knows it and he knows you just have to it's done. Yeah. When someone's either like some people want it done almost for them. Sometimes when I have to get information from him, especially like podcast stuff that like he's taught me or like YouTube work, whatever, I'll sit there actually wanting to learn it. So when I have to do it by myself, like I know what I'm doing, but he either does it so fast or he doesn't have the patience to sit and like teach.
I'm not a good teacher.
Then it's like he just wants to do it, and then I'll be like, wait, like I don't know how to do this again, and he has to show it, and he's like, oh, I already told you how to do it. And I'm like, no, like you literally did it. Like you didn't show me how to do it. You bup, and it was done.
Yeah, you have to physically stop me and say, I have a pen and paper. I have a notebook. I
literally
am doing
sat
this.
there and wrote notes because I'm like, what did you just do? And I had to write it down because, I mean, for me, like me looking at those notes and trying to do it is, I guess, my kind of way of learning a lot of things. But like I had to write it because he was just going through and doing it. And I'm like, wait, what did you just do? And I wrote step by step. So that way the next time I did it, I didn't have to ask him. Not that I knew how to do it, but I didn't have to ask him because I literally had my step by step guide.
I'm bad with that. Like, don't feel bad. My mom calls me for help and I'm like, Ma.
That between her and your grandmother, and I know like sometimes like depending on the person, they just want it done. They don't care how you do it, how fast it takes you, like as long as you do it and they're good, whatever. But some people who want to be like actually taught and know what to do watching you, it's endgame because
I can't do tech support,
by the time
bro.
they turn around and they're like, okay, what? You already have it done.
I can't do tech support, bro. I suck at tech support.
Meanwhile, your whole family's like, you should work in tech support.
I know. It's funny because I was like, that was part of my job when I worked at Verizon. And I was like, dude, I can't do this. Like, that was the most annoying part of my job. When people come in asking tech support questions, I'm like, dude, like, I don't have enough patience for this, dude. I really don't. Because I worked in an elderly community too. So like everyone will come in and I'm serious. I say it all the time. I just don't have enough patience for that. I really don't. I own that. All right, give me one more and I got to be out of here.
One more. I don't know. I don't know if I have one right off the bat. I don't know if I could think of one that quick.
I got one.
What?
I'm a really picky eater.
Oh my God. I thought I was picky. I'm glad
really picky eater.
Our son has not become a picky person.
Yeah, I'm really picky. I mean, I own that. I know that. I cater my diet. I've actually gotten a lot better. My family used to joke and say like, I'm really happy. Actually, they still say this. I'm happy that you expanded your diet past chicken wings because growing up, that's like literally like was my thing. Which is why
we can never agree on dinner because I don't want chicken wings all the time.
My son hates chicken now and it drives me nuts. Like, bro, how do you eat chicken?
Because I think he ate too many chicken nuggets. He used to love chicken nuggets, so he would just ask for chicken nuggets. But this comes back to the frozen thing, though. You're getting these bad frozen nuggets because he eats the good ones. When we get him the good ones, he likes the good ones. The good ones from meat department. He doesn't like the frozen ones. He likes the dino nuggies. He kills them things. Okay, dino nuggies are frozen, too. Yeah, I'm glad he hasn't. It's funny because like when we went to, I had a appointment the other day that I had to bring him to. And they were like, oh, is he picky or is he just kind of eat anything? And I was like, oh, he eats everything you put in front of him. And they're like, oh, good. And I'm like, yeah. In my head, I'm like, home, bro. Between me and his father, I'm surprised. I thought I was bad, but you're worse.
No.
Yes.
No, we are different on certain things. Because there are things I'll devour that you would never touch, bro.
I ain't touching seafood.
I was about to say, you don't eat raw fish.
I will not touch seafood.
I literally was eating prawns the other day in Seattle.
What is that?
It's basically shrimp. It's like...
Basically?
Yeah, they're shrimp, but they taste a little more oceany to me.
Oh, see, that's why I'm not...
I like that.
Oh.
I love... I eat sashimi like raw fish, bro. Like
you would not catch me doing that. And I get sushi, I get veggie. There ain't nothing in there. Either that or chicken. I ain't getting no fish in that.
Where you eat more Mexican food, I eat more Chinese food.
True. I like Chinese food, but I can't have it as much as you do.
You eat more pasta. I eat like a strict like soul food.
Which is funny because like I used to hate, my parents would make pasta all the time just because between school and everyone doing all these bunch of sports, everyone's here and here after school and blah, blah, blah. Pasta was just quick and easy. And then, like, to me, leftover pasta, I could mess up some leftover pasta. Pasta the next day, I swear, is better than the first sometimes. But, like, because we had it so much, I used to hate it. I used to be like, oh, my God, we're having pasta again.
It's cheap, that's why.
And now I'm like, Pasta.
can
Another
make a
thing
lot
that
for
could
cheap.
be like that, sandwiches. I love
Yeah, she loves
sandwiches.
I don't really
oh
mess
my
with
god,
sandwiches
I can
like
have a
that.
sandwich anytime.
I do if it's like straight from the deli. You be getting that other stuff where I'm like, nah.
Oh yeah, because
I can't do
it
that.
lasts longer than deli meat sometimes.
Yeah,
So
that's
then by the
fair.
time I get deli meat, then I'm throwing a bunch away, and I'm like, oh.
That's
I can
fair.
never like portion out how much we need to make it last for like the few days that it lasts.
Yeah, it's
So
either
then I
too
end up
little or
throwing
too
so much away, and deli meat's expensive.
Yeah.
So
Now I want a
yeah.
bologna sandwich. Fried bologna slaps.
Oh yeah.
What else do I eat? I mean, you're more of a sweets eater than I am. Actually, that's not true. That's not true.
So-
You eat more like frozen sweets. I eat more like baked goods. I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I eat more baked goods than you do.
Oh, like sweet wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, like
Like you'll have like cookies, and I'm like, I want ice cream.
nah, yeah. I'm thinking cookies, cinnamon rolls, like cake. I'll even eat more cake than you will.
I can
depending on the
only
cake.
eat cake if it's funfetti.
Yeah, see, no, I
If
I
it's
don't
regular
want funfetti, bro.
plain, I don't like
I'm
it
not a
as much.
sprinkle guy. Like, I don't. Sprinkles are
I
weird,
need
bro.
Sprinkles. Now I want cupcakes. Okay, anyways.
That took a whole turn.
Now I really want ice cream. I think I'm gonna have some ice cream. Actually, I have ice cream in the freezer. I bought, I think it's Friendly's. I bought that brand because it was on sale. I don't really like Friendly's ice cream like that. So now I have a bunch that I don't really like, and I'm forcing myself to eat because it's just sitting in the freezer.
Oh my goodness, another toxic trait. Buys it because it's on sale. Don't even like it.
I didn't know I didn't like it, but I had some the other day. Really excited. I was really excited to have some cotton candy ice cream. Like, cotton candy just be it sometimes. And I had some, and I was like, oh, this is not hitting the spot. I think it's Friendly's. I thought Friendly's had a good one. I don't know. It's some brand, but I'm not really feeling it. So I'm like forcing myself to eat it, but I'm like, oh, I don't want this anymore.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
And that is Alyssa for you guys. Although they know they've been here all these weeks. I'm the one who's been missing. I haven't been here in a while.
you're not missing. You're kicked out. You're booted.
After this episode, I don't blame you.
No, I've explained it before. I've told them all our episodes from last. So if you're new here, we'll go over it again. We used to have a podcast together. We used to do a lot of YouTube stuff. We were Alyssa and Julian here on the internet. We had a podcast, Alyssa and Julian podcast. I took over the podcast, rebranded, reworked it. It's now Girls Gotta Talk podcast. But every episode that was on, or that we had from Alyssa and Julian, is still up on this channel. If you go on YouTube, or if you scroll down far enough on like Spotify, anything like that, you'll run into our old podcast episodes. I, for one, did not want to go through and unlist all of those, but at the same time, like, it is what it is. It's already up. It's not like any of them are bad. It's not like Bad Mojo over here. We just went separate ways.
Yeah, I still
on and off the camera. So we had a reaction channel that he took over. Have you been on there in a while?
no.
Well, in hindsight, he took over that while I took over the podcast. So yeah, everything from us is like still up, but it's not us anymore, if that makes sense.
Maybe one day I'll talk about why I don't do reactions anymore, but I haven't done them in a while. Also, I've been paying for your Apple Podcast subscription, so I'll send you a bill in the mail because it's still under my account. So yeah, I'll send you a bill in the mail.
On that note, that's all I have for this episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank Julian for making his appearance on here again.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to put anything out there?
Nah, man. I'm just here. I'm here hanging out, just vibing. Subscribe to Alyssa, Girl Gotta Talk podcast.
Subscribe, Girls Gotta Talk podcast here on YouTube. Again, thank you guys so much for listening, watching. However you are here,
Yep, that's what
anyways,
it is.
Julian activated that. Now I know why there's always thumbs up on my thing.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
hate
do it
those
to end
things.
this episode.
Stop.
I'm gonna throw a peace
Anyways,
sign.
I literally forget what I was saying, but thank you guys so much. However you listen, watch, hear me rant on all these things. But yeah, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next week back with a brand new episode. Bye.
Bye. Come on, give me the confetti. Stop. Yeah, there it is.